My little poodle is having a fit. I don't know if you can see it or not, but outside of his enclosure, their enclosure, is woods and grass and things. And these rabbits like to sit and just stare at them and just mock them. Because if he could get out, I'm sure he would chase that little brown bunny right off a cliff if he could. So it's a good thing he's in an enclosure. Oops, I'm so sorry. I'm not dealing well. There you go. He's in this thing. Well, good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. I hope you had a good Thursday if you had it off, or a good day working if you didn't. I don't know what I had. I had what I always have. I do things around the house every day because I don't work outside the home anymore. Okay, today we have hashtag Friday Hauls. It's an open collaboration. Show us whatever you got to show us that you bought. Could be from a garage sale, grocery store, Temu, garden supply center, anything at all. And it's hosted at Life with Lois 7262. So if you want to get in on this, it's open to anyone. Put in your title or your description, hashtag Friday Hauls at Life with Lois 7262. I have a really small haul. It's an Amazon haul, and it's just two things. And one of them I'm not real excited about because it's for the dogs. All right, here's the first one, and like I said, woohoo, how exciting. I wonder if it's wrapped. Hold on a minute, let me see if it's got a liner. All right, it was wrapped in this bag with a real tight knot on the top, and I thought, why did they do that? They've never done that before. When I opened it, the seal is still there, but it's leaking and it's all wet inside. Oh well, so this is for my little poodle who has forever and ever and ever had yeasty beastie ears and infected ears, and I don't know how many hundreds and hundreds of dollars we've spent on her ears in various places with various veterinarians who've come down to the conclusion that she probably is allergic to something, and now we want to do allergy testing. I don't know what allergy testing costs on a dog, but it can't be pretty. So anyway, these are just wipes. When I bathe her, I clean her ears out with these wipes, just, hoping it'll help. I have even put in her ears a little bit, not down in the canal, but around the outer part, a little bit of like ladies' yeast infection ointment, because I read that was good, with mixed with a little bit of Earl Grey tea. It didn't make any difference. It really didn't. There's a vet on YouTube or Facebook, I can't remember which. He's pretty cool, and he has a lot of great ideas and everything, but this just didn't work for her. The eucalyptus tea and monostat, or whatever it's called. Anyway, so now I just wipe it out with this, and I hope for the best. And I say, when I see her scratching at her ears, I say, stop doing that, because I'm sure dirty toenails in her ears aren't good for them if they're already infected, you know what I mean? All right, so that was anti-fun. All right, I got myself a rice and grain cooker. It's a little one. 4 rice cups cooked, 1 quart, glass lid, one-touch operation, small but mighty. And it's pink! So the reason I got it, let me explain. I used to always use, and will continue when I have a crowd, my Instant Pot to make rice, because, it's great at doing that. But with my population in this house and my guys all growing older, they're flying the nest, and I am left with not a lot of people here. All right there, no fighting, please. I don't know what that argument was about. Anywho, so it's a big deal to get I have the big Instant Pot, and I use it for things like rice, like making soup, like making boiled eggs. And this will do that. This will all do that. I looked up a bunch of recipes today. The best one that I saw was for macaroni and cheese. And the lady showed it step by step. And it looked like it wasn't going to work. And she kept saying, I know, this looks dreadful. Trust the process. It's going to look great. And that's the first thing I'm going to try. So this will make enough rice for 1 or 2 people, depending on the person's, if you just want a side of rice. Or you can make a meal out of it, like I was talking about soup or macaroni and cheese or other dishes. And I'm just digging this pink retro color. Let me get it out. So right off the bat, it looks like the directions and stuff were kind of a last thought process. This bag looked like it had been open, but maybe it hadn't. I hate to be a Debbie Downer about everything today, but it did. So here's the directions. And here is another Debbie Downer. Here is the rice scooper. This is a thick plastic spoon. Not even thick. It's thicker than a usual thick plastic spoon. You know what I mean? For reference, years ago I had an Aroma. This is the one I got then. When the rice cooker died, I got rid of the rice cooker because it died, and I kept this because I still make rice. Why is there such a difference? This is thick, heavy, heavy, heavy. You can't bend it. I can bend this. So there you have that. I might keep this just in case something happens to this one, but I'll go ahead and use this old one. All right, I'm going to take it out now. This is really actually smaller than I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. Like I said, I need to quit thinking about things in big portion, and this is going to help me learn. So the handle's plastic, and I wouldn't expect it to be any different. It's got cook and it's got warm, and it's set to a certain time for everything. So there's that. Here's the inner pot in there, and the rice cup. This is how much rice you put in. I'll have to read the directions. It's been a while. And the cutest little lid you ever saw. And it just goes on there like that. So, like I said, use it for rice, use it for macaroni and cheese, use it for cereal. Oatmeal is a great thing in your rice cooker. I love that. You can make, now I'm going to fit quinoa. Quinoa will go well in this. If you eat that, and I don't know why anybody wouldn't. It's a pretty benign taste. There's not a lot going on there, but it's the texture. I like it. It's like a rice. Let's see, a lot of different things. If you have canned meat and you don't have to cook it, but you want to use it for soup and you only want to use it for one, like a lot of people's canned chickens and beef and stuff that they stocked up on 5 years ago when this all went down, the C word, they're going expired now. So if you put a can of chicken and some frozen vegetables and the rice that you're already cooking in here, you're going to have yourself a really nice meal. Some broth, of course, instead of water. So that's what I'm going to try to do, and I really hope that it works out. I didn't show you the bottom because I didn't look. What's that look like? Little feetsies. Oops. Is that supposed to look like that, or was it dropped? No. Well, I don't know. Do they all look like that? I always worry that people are going to send things back, and you're going to get it after they send it back. It's probably fine, I hope. There's no other, but maybe that's, like the point where they put it on. I'm going to touch it and see. I don't know, but, it was packed in the box well, and it had a lot of, like a paper bag rippings stuffed in there with it. Not inside, but around it and everything. So I'll test it out, and if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't, So I guess that's all I have to say. I hope to see a lot of other people do this Friday House and see what you got, because it's always interesting to me. I'm interested in anything, though, whether it's a grocery haul or, like I was saying, garden supply. I'm not real interested in tools, so don't go to the don't go to Lowe's and get some saws, because I don't care. You can do that if you want to, though. If I knew how to build things, I would too. Okay, I guess that's going to be it for me. If you've never thought to like, comment, or subscribe, especially like and subscribe, I would love it if you did that, because it makes me happy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Thanks for watching, everybody.